Hello and welcome to Pocket Gamer.biz's Monetizer. I'm Jon Jordan. So the game we're looking at today is EA Mobile's Star Wars Heroes of the Galaxy. We see we kind of fired it up. This is like the main menu screen. Not very much in it these days. Let's just turn that down a tiny bit. Okay, so the game is kind of based on kind of a car battling dynamic. Something we've seen a lot in Asia. Kind of happening in the West a bit more frequently now. We've seen actually some interesting examples, not always successful, but Kabam had a car battling game based on there's a few car battling games actually, but had a game based on the Hunger Games, but generally car battling games it tends to be a more Asian, particularly a lot of the Japanese games are car battlers. Which is kind of interesting for the Star Wars. I guess it's interesting. Star Wars is a big brand, obviously a fairly mass market brand. So EA obviously feel that they can bring the kind of car battling dynamic to a very mass market. And then as we go through, we'll kind of see what job they've done. Particularly here we're looking at the monetization. So as we can look at the top, across the top of the screen, I'm player level 7. I've got this is an energy mechanic. So I've actually, because of fairly early in the game, I've been leveling up. I've got like an over energy, so I've got 107. My maximum should be 66, but I'm going to level up. I've got some credits, so 44,000, and I've got some hard currency here, so 243. So this is my crystals. Okay, so we can look here. This is a standard kind of in-app purchase store we've seen before. So 200, £1.49 in pounds. That's about $2, I guess. And we go all the way up here, top end. So the best value, obviously, is you spend the most amount of money, so that's £80 or $100. And obviously, as you spend more money, you get more crystals per unit of currency spent. That's pretty standard type stuff. A few other things we can see here. There's shipments. So there's some things going on here. These are things I can buy with my soft currency that I can add to my characters. Refresh that and get different ones. There's a slightly random element. This is something that's quite common in car battling games, a randomness. Gacha in Japan, and also cards. Obviously, cards. So cards is the basic thing you're spending money on, really. So we can see here, chromium data cards. So if I just get one, it's going to cost me 350, so I can't do it at the moment. I can get a discount. I can get more, so I can get a bundle here. I get 8 cards. That's 8 character cards. I get these kind of bundles. And this bronzium, so obviously these ones here are chromium, bronzium obviously not so good, get one free every day. So let's fire that up, drops 1, so it's going to drop me 1 or 2 star character, a gear or material, or so an idea about how the kind of card stuff works. So a bit of an animation, skip through that. So there we go, what have I got there? I've got a Mark IV Blast Tech Weapon mod. There we go, so I'm going to add something to a weapon. So there we go, if I want to get another one now, I can use these kind of a handshake credits, which are kind of gameplay credits you get them as you play through. You can't buy them. But obviously the bronzium stuff is pretty low level, so the game's will be encouraging you to spend money on the big ones, on these ones, these big data cards. So let's go back to the main menu, see what's going on. We're going to look at our characters. So here we go, I've unlocked a few characters. So we can see here there's a Jawa. I can't really do anything with them at the moment. So training is a big part of the element, but I need a training droid to be able to do that. So I collect that. And you can kind of see here as well, there's a Clone War Chewie. There's these. Actually, let's have a look. So he's all folded up. We might be able to train him. Let's have a go. No, I don't want any training droids, but when I do, I'll be able to. Okay, so back and see how the actual loot works. Oh, I've got daily activities. Okay. So obviously in a lot of these free-to-play games now we have daily activities. They want you to encourage stuff to do every day. This resets. There's quite a lot of things I could do. So master collector open 1 data pack from the store. Okay, that's what you do. So claim that. So I've leveled up. My energy's gone up again. I've unlocked the squad arena, so that's a new part of the game I haven't had before. Use the force, finish 3 light side battles. So split into the game is split into the light side and dark side. As you can see, oh, let's show me. This has opened up the squad arena. So dark side battles are currently locked. Light side battles are what I can do. So I can only use characters of the light side. Data cards has opened up because I've leveled up. I'm not quite sure if it can tell me. Well, I can't do that, can I? Oh, it's telling me because I've got ally points. So I could buy now with the ally points. But we won't go into that at the moment. So let's go into the light side battle. So it's kind of interesting dynamic here. So there's different kind of battles you can go through, and you have them in normal. So normal is just unlocking them, and then hard then you earn shards. Shards you collect up to kind of unlock new characters. Actually, let's come out of here. Let's make sure I'm doing the right thing. Let's go into daily activities. Let's do that. Access it that way. So it's the same thing. So I'm going to play a normal one. It's going to take 6 of my now even bigger energy. And this is what I can possibly. These are the enemies, possible enemies. This is what I could possibly. This is what I could win. You see, I've already played this level before, so it's just kind of encouraging me to keep going through. These are my 5 units. And my Wookiee is my leader. So I'm going to use up the energy. So the other interesting thing about this gameplay, I guess, well, we have seen this before. It's interesting, I think, though, still. So you can see my kind of units here. There's all the enemies. So I could, so who have I got here? So who's going to go? The Ewok. So the Ewok, he has a normal mode. So you can just fire. I could select a guy, but I'm not. And then the Yawa is going to have a some fighting elite battle, so he can fire as well. And they have a kind of a more powerful move, which depends on the character. So they're firing back, turn-based. Or I can just put it on auto. So auto, basically the AI is going to take over. I'm just going to let it get on with it. This is a kind of interesting thing. This is not in Western games. We haven't tended to have a lot of this auto stuff. And obviously, to a degree, it's kind of like reducing. I'm going to play 2 battles actually. So it's reducing your kind of certainly your agency in the game. In the sense, you're just relying on the AI and kind of relying on the what you can level stuff up to. So in some ways, this takes out the enjoyment of the game. But in free-to-play games, actually actually if I take control, I don't actually gain any much strategic advantage. So it's much easier and quicker, I suppose, to use the auto, which is what I tend to do at the moment. It's quite early in the game, so maybe as things get harder, you might want to do kind of choose what character's doing in a more nuanced way. So anyway, I've run some more wars. I've won some credit. I want a droid so I can level up, and I want some XP. So there we go. Nice little Star Wars fade there. So let's come out of this now. Go into character, so I can train. So the other thing, should we do this? Let's train first. So let's train. Who should we train? Let's train this guy here. So I've only got 1. It says assign all. I'm going to assign 1. It's going to cost me a bit of money. Soft currency to train. So my training droid's going to level him up, hopefully. So he's level 6 at the moment. His maximum is 14. There's a little bit of stat stuff going on there. Has he leveled up enough? No, he's leveled up. His stats have increased, but he hasn't leveled up. In terms of level 7. So the other nice thing, or the other not nice thing, but the other kind of key thing is. So let's check on this guy. First of all, Stormtrooper. So before he can be trained or leveled up, really. There's I haven't got that. So if we go back here, actually, you can see that these are there's crosses here on things that can be equipped on this Royal Guard. So at the moment, he has to be character level 2 before I can. Even though I have this, I can't use it at the moment. And the other thing you can see, it has a find. So if you go to the Jawa, there's 2 things equipped. If I go to this one, character level 10. Okay, so that's a little crafting thing. Fine. Okay, so these ones are all locked by level, but it also says find. So if I want to go find, it will attain me. Okay, I can't actually enter these battles, but it will tell me what battles I have to go to actually go and hopefully try and find that item. So this is very much like the randomness of the game that gets you to, even though you're kind of playing through. Go back to our daily activity. And I collect something there. So I've done one of my battles. I'm going to go through and do another one. Basically, I'm just playing the same thing over again because and the reason I'm doing that is because it's telling me to do 3 of them in a row, and then I'm going to collect some extra stuff. So it's not really the game. I'm not progressing really in the game at this stage. I'm going to switch into auto. You can see why auto is important now, because I don't really care about the game. I know my guys are going to win because they're not comparative with these guys. But what the game designers are doing is just getting me to stay in this game, to play more. The more I play, the further I get in the game, the more likely I am to spend. So as you can see, it's exactly the same level. Exactly the same characters. You know, I just want this to be over. Right, some auto. Come on, guys, let's sort them out. Obviously, I'm going to do it again to collect. So, you know, 3-star victory. So I've got rewards again. Okay, let's go through that. Okay, so again, go to that activity. I mean, I'm doing this. I could do this in a different way, but this is the most kind of obvious way of doing it. Normal battle. Oh, sorry. Okay. And we go through all those. So we choose doing that. He's taunting. He's directing all the fire to himself. He's like a tank character. Kind of RPG memes going on. So you can see there's the special attack that he had there was a group attack, attacked everyone. There's people have different kind of healing attack. So the yellow guy has a heal. So that attack there targeted everyone. There's a boss, so it's all over. So he's just healing himself. Okay. Victory, victory, victory. So I've done some more stuff, pretty much the same as last time, but now, hopefully, we go back to the activities. So you've done 3 light-side battles, and extra stuff on top of the stuff that I won. Leveled up, and then more bonus energy. So you can see this kind of thing. So this is after 8 hours. This reset. So what it's kind of encouraging me to do, if I would had that amount of time, I'd run out of energy probably. But it wants me to finish 10 battles today. It wants me to do 5 battles on hard, 3 battles. You know, all this kind of stuff I can do. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I haven't got time. But you can see kind of the game. The game itself, as happens with a lot of these free-to-play games, is not the gameplay isn't the thing you're doing in the game. The gameplay is what they call the meta game, is kind of the stuff happening around it. So we go back into my characters. Okay, so she's saying once you have shown total domination of a particular 3-star victory, you can use your sim ticket to instantly replay that out. So again, this is a pretty interesting thing. So the sim thing is a simulation. So again, this is even faster than the auto thing. You're not even seeing the characters. But this is important, as they said there, when you're trying to collect a specific item to level up your character, like we were showing before on the find. So so that was the one SIM card I've got. No, I've got 52 SIM cards. So okay, so there's quite a lot I can do. So you can see this is how the game has kind of built itself up with these kind of like interlinking loops to just get me playing. You know, the actual game is me kind of collecting more characters and leveling them up. We've not really gone into the card kind of elements of it really. You've kind of seen this how you buy them, but there's other mechanics which we won't really go into at this time. But let's just go here. So again, so the Java we can probably level up now. So we can train him. So with all those things we've won, we've got 4 at 1 level, at 1 star, and 2 at 2. We could obviously mix them up, but I mean at this point it doesn't really matter. So he's got kind of level up to, so he's gone up to the maximum of 15. Obviously, you know, in a couple of in a week's time, maybe he'll be such a low level 15. Level 50 character will be so low that he won't be any use to me. So yeah, so you can kind of get an idea now with this game how it's kind of different. You know, I think this type of game is very different to what we expected even mobile games to be kind of a year ago. The interesting thing, I guess, with this game, probably people haven't necessarily played this game I'm going to mention, but there is a game called Heroes Rush, which is from a company called Ucall, which has been pretty successful. That's actually there's actually a legal argument about whether it's based on a Chinese game. There's a Chinese game called Dota Legends that was the top grossing game in China. and the basic, I guess the underlying thing is the basic way all these games kind of work and mechanics. Those two games I mentioned are much simpler. They're 2D graphics. They're a fantasy world, obviously not set in a Star Wars world. But you're doing pretty much the same thing. You're building squads. You're leveling them up. You're getting items. You're trying to find items to level up the character. And the gameplay very quickly becomes automated. So it's the meta game as you get into the game that becomes the whole thing. And I guess the interesting thing, with this Star Wars game is how accessible is this for an audience who some of them won't have played a lot of free-to-play mobile games. And won't be used to this kind of approach. The interesting thing, I guess, to say is Kabam also has a Star Wars game out, Star Wars Uprising. Again, it has these kind of loops in a way, but is much more an action RPG, traditional action RPG, where you don't have these automated mechanics in terms of the gameplay. So you're much more playing the game. That to date hasn't been a massive success. So it'd be interesting, I guess, when the Star Wars film comes out and both of these games are being heavily promoted, which one in the end kind of appeals to the larger audience. So that's just a kind of a quick look through kind of the monetization. I guess in this case not so much the monetization, but certainly the kind of the loops and the user experience really of how the game designers have taken the Star Wars universe and tried to kind of build very strong retention around it. So don't forget to subscribe to our channels. So Monetizer, where we look at this kind of approach to analysing games. Do it quite a lot. So yeah, definitely subscribe to that, and you'll see how mobile games, the trends, all that kind of good stuff. See you soon. Bye.